Hello everybody, Max and Monty 15 and 16 here, back again with another Thomas Wooden Railway review. So today I'm going to be reviewing Flynn, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So before I start, I'm just going to let you guys know that I don't really feel like buying a Mattel Flynn for this review, mostly because I actually do. Since I'm running out of Wooden Railway things to actually review, I try to go more in depth by having every single model I can. So, which is why, I have all 7 versions of Thomas, and I have 4 different versions of Toby and everything like that. Really just because, there's really nothing else to spend my money on. I'm not trying to sound spoiled or anything, because I know that, basically, it takes a lot of hard work to earn this money and everything, and I try to spend it well, which is, why I paid $15 for a Mattel Victor, so, just for that one review. But, yeah, anyway, I'm just getting that out of the way, because I've always kind of wanted to say that, but I didn't really know what video to say it in. But yeah, for this review, I'm not going to show the Mattel Flynn, because it's really just the same thing as the Learning Curve Flynn. So yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, which already took up 1 minute of the video, yeah, let's check out Flynn. So, Flynn was first introduced in Day of the Diesels as a brand new red fire truck. Apparently, Bell knew him from her old railway, and so after Tom Hat bought Bell, he's like, oh yeah, I guess I could use another fire truck, after Bell literally tells him to buy Flynn. So, yeah, we're off to a good start for Flynn's character. Not. So, of course, Flynn is just the biggest jerk ever to Percy, stealing his berth. Basically, he pulls a Stanley, as I like to say. So yeah, Day of the Diesels, at least with the Flynn and Percy subplot, it really just took up, I would say, it took up too much of the story, to be honest. But, of course, Flynn is a fire truck with a unique ability. He can go on both rail and road, which is something I've never seen a vehicle of any kind do. But apparently, there are real-life trucks which can do this. So, they mostly exist in China and Japan, so yeah. But basically, Flynn can go on rail or road. So, yeah, that's a major convenience. But, of course, looking at Flynn's model over here, basically, his Mattel model is literally just the same, but with an updated face and with the non-red wheels in the middle, so it's just all black. And so, looking at the front of Flynn right here, he does have the cable on his front right here. My Flynn, his face is put on a bit crooked. I actually just now noticed that, and that's really bothering me now. So, of course, on the side, he's got his vents, Sonar Search and Rescue logo on his door. Of course, he has lots of tools, an axe right there, some cables, everything like that. Of course, he does have a movable plastic ladder, which can rotate 360 degrees, and also about 200 degrees for his thing to go up and down. So, that's pretty neat. But, of course, here's his tender. Of course, it has another axe and more pumps and everything like that. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, just to store water. So, yeah, I really like the design of Flynn's trailer here, or tender, or whatever the heck you want to call it. I really like how it just has one wheel. That's always kind of appealed to me. I don't know why. I've always thought it was kind of funny that this wooden railway model acted like a unicycle for me. I don't know, I was a weird kid. So he's also got this wooden block up here on this plastic ladder area, which has a lot of detail, actually. I think Flynn is still one of the best Thomas Wooden Railway models that holds up, because, looking at his detail, his paint, there's really no complaints I have with his model. Of course, going over to the Mattel range, he was, I believe, yeah, he was in a 2-pack with Butch, and it was called Race to the Rescue, and Flynn didn't have his tender, but instead you get Butch, and it was like his 2-pack, and it was one of the first things Mattel ever released. It was a really weird pack, because, why not make a fire engine pack with Flynn Bell, but, hey, that's my opinion, and it really doesn't matter, because I'm a reviewer on the internet. So, anyway, looking at Flynn here, he does have a bit of plastic molded detail, but if you can get past that, I still think that he's one of the best Thomas Wooden Railway models. Let's transition over to his 2018 model. This doesn't cut it. I'd say this is the second worst Thomas & Friends wood model ever produced. Yeah, that's really nothing to say. Of course, he does actually have more wood, and his ladder thing can move all around just like the original one did. Of course, it doesn't really make those rusty, squeaky noises now. But I guess that's because mine is from age, and I mean, mine is... It's 2019 now, that means Flynn came out in 2011. So, Flynn is just about 8 years old, which is, wow. So, anyway, looking at Flynn here, he just has this weird plastic bulge on the front. No magnet, no nothing. I mean, of course, the original one didn't have a magnet, but I mean, if you're gonna put something here, then make it a magnet. Give us more story potential. I mean, Flynn has some of the least paint on a model I've seen yet, considering, I mean, he doesn't even look proportionately correct. Of course, he does actually have detail, I mean, with his wheel arches and everything. Not to mention, his wheel arches are actually molded and go lower than his wheels on the Wooden Railway model, but that's just... Oh, that's only one of Flynn's biggest proportion things. So, yeah. Not to mention, there's also 4 wheels here now instead of 1, or just 2, I guess. But, yeah. On the top here, it's literally just a block, which, again, is really lazy, and I really hate this model. So, yeah, there's nothing on the back, and of course, there's no painted in wheels, because Mattel is too cheap to do that. So, really just, Flynn's face is okay, I guess. I literally have nothing to say about his face. I mean, it's not the best, it's not the worst, but of course, his proportions are off. He's terrible. I mean, do not buy this Thomas & Friends Wood model. The only reason I bought it was because I like collecting Thomas Wood, just for the fun of it. I'm just that type of person. I like to collect anything. I mean, which is why I only lack like 1 or 2 wood models left. So, anyway, I'm getting way off topic here, but I guess that pretty much sums up my thoughts on Flynn. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Max and Monty 15 and 16 signing out.